So today is part 3 of my comparison between the Canon EOS RP and the Nikon Z6 full-frame mirrorless cameras. On one of my favorite places to visit, to photograph, to fish, everything. It's the Upper Tallulah River in Rabun County, Georgia, in the Chattahoochee National Forest. I've been photographing on this river and fishing on this river since the mid-70s, and it's just always a favorite place. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to photograph water in a slow motion to give it some movement. In order to do it on today, because it is a bright, hazy day, I'm going to have to use a 10-stop neutral density filter. So I'm expecting my exposures to be somewhere around 30 seconds, f11, f8, somewhere in that area with an ISO of 100. I will put the images at the end of the video, and I'll also have a link in the comments so you can download the full frame, full resolution JPEG images and do your comparisons for yourself. I'm hoping to find out a little bit more about the cameras to see how the meters work, because they're going to get tricked a little bit today, because with a lot of the rushing water, it's going to overpower some of the matrix metering, or the evaluated metering. So I'm sort of curious to see how the cameras do head to head. So I'll keep you posted and let you know what I think at the end. Thank you. So I had a couple minutes while I'm waiting for some of the clouds to move in and some of the haze, which I was hoping for early. But I wanted to give just a couple quick thoughts as to the cameras. They're both performing very well. They're both very sharp. The Tamron 17-35 is performing extremely well with the cameras with their respective adapters. I'm getting, just simple focusing, simple results. Everything looks really good so far. Two small frustrations, one of them in the field, one of them in the darkroom, the digital darkroom. With the Nikon, whenever you turn the camera off, if you're not using a cable release, which not everybody buys a cable release, so that's why I wanted to test it, every time you turn the camera off, the self-timer reverts back to whatever mode you've got it in, single, continuous frame, whatever. So it is a little bit frustrating to have to turn the camera on, remember to go in and set the self-timer to shoot again. Just a little frustration, doesn't take but a second. Typically I use a cable release, but again, not everybody uses a cable release, Nikon, so make it a little bit user-friendly that you don't have to go in and set that every time. The other frustration, minor again, just an extra step. When you import the Nikon images into Lightroom, it imports a sidecar, an XMP file, that has a bunch of presets already loaded into it. So it's already made contrast changes, it's already made color changes, sharpness, noise reduction, all these things. Just a tip, I don't want you to do that for me, Nikon. I don't want you to do it for me, Canon. I want to do it myself inside of Lightroom. When it comes to my images, I'm a control freak, and I want to make those changes and not have someone else make them for me. Again, it's easily rectified. I just simply go in and clear it all out, but it is an extra step. So I wish they would, in a firmware update at some point, have some type of an override that just turns all that stuff off. So again, the camera's doing great. I'm going to get back out and I'm going to do some more shooting now that it's a little bit hazier, not as bright outside, and let's see what we can do with just a polarizer. This will be a wrap-up of my part 3 of my comparison between the Canon EOS RP and the Nikon Z6 full-frame mirrorless cameras. I've had a great day up here on the Upper Tallulah River in Rabun County, Georgia. I didn't get to spend as long as I'd hoped. It never did cloud up. It never did give me the haze that I wanted to. But you know what? It was still a great day. I got to photograph 2 scenes that I'm going to put in the video for your comparison and upload those high-resolution JPEG images for you to download and take a look at them and make that decision for yourself. But again, the cameras did really well. There's not a lot of difference in the two, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it again. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave some comments. Let me know what you think. And we'll try to figure out what part 4 is going to be very soon.